This hasn't happened for 20 years, but the spectre of foot and mouth has returned to British farming. It was found here at Orchard Farm Abattoir in Essex on Monday. 27 animals carrying this highly infectious disease that still fills the nation's livestock farmers with fear.
We were devastated, really. You can't describe it. I mean, the farming industry has been through sort of BSE crisis, classical swine fever, and now we're faced with this.
The infected animals arrived in Essex on Saturday to be slaughtered on Monday. They came from two farms, one on the Isle of Wight, the other in Buckinghamshire. Both farms have now been inspected and appear free of the disease. Mike Sheldon runs the holding in Buckinghamshire. He says his animals were free of foot and mouth when they left his land.
We don't have the disease at this farm. We don't have any animals with any symptoms at all. Ministry vets have confirmed that both yesterday and today, and we're absolutely certain that the disease, the origin of the disease, isn't this farm.
So the investigation goes on into the source of the outbreak. Not easy, as hundreds of farms use the abattoir. For the time being, bans are in place. The European Union and the government saying no meat, livestock or milk should be exported.
Potentially, this is very serious indeed. Although foot and mouth disease isn't a danger to humans, it is a substantial danger to the livestock sector. It's a very virulent condition. We need to get it under control firmly as quickly as we can.
Foot and mouth disease is devastating and spreads quickly. It is a viral condition. The symptoms are fever and blisters on the tongue, lips and hooves. Those animals infected stop gaining weight. Death, though not inevitable, is not unusual, though it can't kill humans. It spreads like wildfire, mainly from animals carrying the virus, but also contaminated clothes, footwear and equipment. It can also move through the air. The most effective way of stopping it is slaughter, but disinfectant works quickly. Movement is usually banned until the disease has clearly been eradicated. Today, the nation's farmers are just starting to recover from another terrible period, but the industry is ill-equipped for more crises. Pig farmers like Paul Mortimer are having to adopt new restrictions just months after swine fever took them to the brink.
If there are more problems, I could quite easily see the whole of East Anglia wants to be put under restrictions.
And you couldn't cope with that, could you?
No, it'd be very difficult to cope with now after we've been shut up for about 19 weeks with the previous swine fever outbreak.
So tonight, an industry just emerging from its worst crisis in half a century finds itself on the brink of another devastating situation. Talk of bans and European controls will do little for the image of British farming, still less for the hopes of thousands of farmers who are struggling to survive. Richard Bilton, BBC News, Essex.